Hey Dana, it's John. I just wanted to walk you through how to place the photos. So here I am in YB360 and you have your layouts here. So your sports and your clubs and events. So we want to work on one of these pages. We just click right over here on the thumbnail and this will launch us into the spread. And then all you're going to do is you're going to go down here to the bottom to photo tray. And when you click on photo tray, you'll click over here where it says recommend for spread. And then you can choose whatever album you have. So in this case, I see one that says like events, and I'm assuming so we have some photos in here. And then all you're going to do is you're going to take the photo that you want and you drag it up. And you'll see that when you hover over it, the anchor points highlight on that frame. So I know it's going to go in there. So if I want it in here, I just hover over here and that will drop right in. And so you'll just kind of go through and you'll drop your photos into the different layouts or the different frames. And if you have one that's sideways like this, I'll show you how to deal with that. So you can put it in sideways for now. And here's another one that's kind of sideways. So we'll start there. So let's say we got those into the layout. From here, what you're going to do is you're going to double click on the image and we'll be able to crop. And the first thing we can do is rotate this 90 degrees so that it's upright. And then if I move this red box, now obviously I wouldn't want to do this unless I really want to focus on their shoes. I would move this up so that I can see the subjects and click done. And I'll double click here. And in this case, it's pretty much full frame, so it doesn't really matter. Here's one that I need to rotate, so I'll double click on this, rotate it 90 degrees. And there's my subject. I can enlarge this red box if I want to include more of the photo. So in this case, there's a girl back here. So let's say I want to get her in there. I can enlarge that red box. In this case, I'm cutting a head off. So I don't want to do that. So, and here in this case, what I'll do is I'll zoom in. So let's say I want a little less wall and floor and I want to get in on the subject. I can do that. Same thing here. Maybe I'll tighten this up just a little and a little less wall and a little more subject. And maybe I'll do it just a little smaller. And here, now this is a tricky one. So if I want to get both of these people in, the box I chose is a vertical, but I have a horizontal photo. So there's no way for me to enlarge this because the picture I chose to drop in here is not in proportion. So I can choose to just choose this subject over here and lose this one, but maybe I think this is an interesting photo with both of them. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a horizontal box. So I'll go down to the photo tray. And even though I've already placed it, I can put it up here. And now this works much better in this spot. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll find a vertical photo like this one. And then I'll come in and rotate it. And then I can enlarge this like that. And maybe that works a little bit better for what I'm doing. So you do want to have a little bit, take a look at the photos that you're dropping in and see if they're going to work for the frames that you've put in. You also have the option, I wouldn't recommend this because we've got some pretty nice layouts built in here, but you do have the ability to fold the frames too. So if we don't want this part of the subject, you could do this and add another one. At this point, considering the deadline's really close, I think I would just go with the existing layouts, drop your photos in, make them fit. Now, in this case, this appears to be the musical or the play. You'll click on text, and where it says event name, you'll just highlight this, and then you'll type your new headline, and hopefully it's a little bit better than the play. When you get this all done, you'll go to File, Save and Close, and this will save the page. So it's super simple. You're just going to go page by page. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to save this because I'm sure we want to do that, but let me show you how we would do the club pages. So here's sports. And it works just the same. You'll go down to the photo tray and we'll go to other albums and it'll say sports teams. And then I will take my team photos and just drop them in. Now, in this case, we're getting a warning that's saying this picture is too small. You'll click continue. And what this means is the photo isn't really high resolution. So we can stretch it a little bit, but it's stopping me from getting all the way into the frame that we did. This probably won't print great. So what we want to do here is we want to trying to get the original photo resent to us, because this one's definitely low res, might have been pulled offline. In this case, you're going to see that we have a PNG. So what someone did is they cut this out using Canva or some kind of software and save this as a PNG. My understanding, I'm going to go ahead and make a PDF of the page. And it's going to ask me to save and close. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the PDF and I'm going to take a look at the photo. And when I zoom in, you'll see that the PDF is fine. So don't worry about that noise that you see on the image itself. That's just a bug we're having with PNG files, but the PDF is what you should trust. But in this case, we still need to crop this photo. So in this case, we've got a photo that's very wide. So what we're going to have to do, if this is the photo, is we want to make this a little more narrow to be in proportion to the photo itself. And we're still kind of missing a little bit. You do have the ability here to kind of open up the frame a little to make that fit. And that works pretty good. And that's a pretty cool photo. And then I just left an area here if you want to put the rosters or the names. Obviously here would be basketball. So if you have any questions about how to place these photos, please let me know. In the event you have a photo like this, you can just stretch it out and then just delete the frame below it. And we can kind of go with it like that. But I think anytime you get that message that tells you, let me go back here to the other albums in sports, just see how the other ones are, because we had a couple in there. So yeah, you know, something must have gone wrong in the translation, because this is going to print pretty choppy. So I would do my best. I think whoever sent these to you, somehow they got the resolution kind of dulled down. So I would go back and see if we can't get originals anytime you get that message. Let me just see the last one. Yeah, same deal. So I don't know if these came from the same source, but I would guess that someone grabbed these online, and we could probably find better photos. So I would get on top of that ASAP. Any questions, just let me know.